Well, the first piece of information is concerning the status of the moratorium. Right now, unfortunately, the federal CDC moratorium has not been extended. So the last day of the eviction moratorium is July 31st, unless there is a shift in that decision at the federal level. So as of right now, July 31st is the date. We know that there are a lot of individuals and people in our community that are are still struggling with rental assistance as a result of this pandemic. So we want to do all that we can to help. So the first thing everyone should know is that there is an eviction prevention hotline for the city of Detroit. And this coordinates all of the legal service agencies. So if anyone if anyone is struggling with rental assistance, if anyone is facing a court date, if anyone wants to speak to an attorney, please call that number. You'll probably get a response quicker than contacting the individual agencies, because everybody's working as hard as they can, but contact that central number so that you can get in touch with an attorney. So that is the Detroit Eviction Prevention Hotline. That's the first thing to know. The second thing to know is you can look up and find out if you have a case pending at the 36th District Court. Sometimes the register of action can be a little tricky to read, but if you're not quite sure and you want to just take a look, you can put your name in that link there. And if you have a case pending with 36th District Court, and I know the mail is kind of funny these days and not running as we're accustomed to it running. If you think you have a court date, you're not quite sure, you can put your name in there and look it up. So do that, especially if, communication with the landlord is, not prompt. So that's another thing that you can do. People should also know that there is rental assistance money available. That's a bright spot. So right now, you can get between 12 and 15 months of rental assistance, depending on your eligibility, your income qualifications. But there's money available. Agencies are working as quickly as they can to get that money processed. And, unlike times past, where there's been a shortage of funds available, they're paying off arrearages in the thousands, the 5, 6, 7,000 sometime. And I'm not saying that to encourage anyone to be behind, but I'm saying if you're behind, there's resources, there's funds designated that should be spent by the end of the year to help get caught up. So if you have a case in court, then your attorneys will help you navigate that process. Just call that number. If you don't have a case in court, if your landlord has not filed an action, but you are behind, you can go to Wayne Metro and just click the link there. So you don't have to have a court case in process in order to access these funds. You can access them if you've received a notice, if you're behind, but you don't have to actually have a court case. So far, if you have a court case, call the eviction prevention hotline, get legal help. If you don't have a court case, but you're still behind in your rental payments, click that link with Wayne Metro, get your application started so you can get that rental assistance. The money is there. Other things to look for, or just to give you an expectation of what is happening. If you receive a notice to go to court, don't miss your court date. Don't, okay? There are attorneys there that are willing and able to assist. Everyone, because we do have a shortage, so everyone probably won't get full legal representation, but you at least have the opportunity to speak to someone and get pointed in the right direction. And right now at the 36th District Court, all first hearings are being adjourned with the hope that that gives individuals more time to apply for rental assistance. So, court can be intimidating, but please do not miss your court date. Go to court. Your first hearing will be adjourned. It'll probably be about 30 days, really. So you only get more time for going to court, and you meet people who can help you going to court. So don't avoid the court date. Go to court, okay? And couple that with putting in your request for eviction assistance. Now, there's other relief available if you live in an apartment or building that's owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. Unfortunately, that assistance expires on the 31st also. But since there are federally insured properties, a lot of times there are different incentives or forbearance programs available. So again, the big forbearance does expire on the 31st, but I'm going to pop links in the chat here to see if your rental unit or your home is insured by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, because throughout the year they have different programs or initiatives available to provide relief that are separate from the CDC. So look that up. And sometimes, particularly with homeowners, built into the terms of your mortgage, a lot of times there's a right to forbearance assistance. So just check that out. And let's see, what else do we want to hit in terms of links? I'm going to give you 2 more links to know more help is on the way for homeowners, for land contract holders. A lot of times homeowners and land contract holders, like, what kind of help can I get? Can I get a little help too? Everybody is struggling. There have been federal funds awarded. They are in MISTA right now. They're working it out, but there's money coming for mortgage assistance, for land contract, not to buy a house, but if you're in arrears with your mortgage, if you're in arrears with a land contract, utilities, internet, assistance is on the way. So check those links out in MISTA. It's going to look, I hate to use this analogy, but we remember what there was a step forward at some time, right? I'm not saying the program is going to look like that. I hope it doesn't look like that. But the idea is money is going to be available through MISTA, hopefully in the fall. I'm hearing end of September, but I put the links there. So if you're a homeowner, people who have a land contract, again, don't miss your court date. Hang on, hold on, get that sucker adjourned, talk to your attorney, and try and hold out for this money, okay? So keep an eye on that. And finally, and I have to hop off in just a second here, I just want to layer on with the flood situation. We know we have a majority renter city, and a lot of those homes that were flooded are rentals, okay? And you can't just call up, the homeowner's insurance company and make a claim. If you are a renter, you can still apply for FEMA assistance. I'm gonna pop this kind of link in the chat. It talks about flood resources, but bottom line, your landlord has a responsibility to get the property clean and make it safe, like ASAP. So if they are not doing that, the city of Detroit is ticketing $250 a day that is not done. So go on that webpage, call the city, tell your landlord, we need to make it happen. If they're not making it happen, let BC fine them until it happens, because we just talked about mold and all those things. We can't risk our baby's safety over this. So know your landlords need to be responsible, get that property cleaned up. And if you're a elder or just can't get things, it's hard cleaning up flooded properties, right? The city of Detroit is offering assistance. If you can't do it, it's just too much, call the city of Detroit. They're sending volunteers out to help elders and help people with disabilities get their properties cleaned up in a safe shape. So check that out. August 9th is the deadline also to apply for FEMA assistance. So take pictures, document, get all the resources you can. So as I hop off, just take all those links. Know it is a trying time, it is, but there are pockets of resources available and hopefully they can be pulled together to keep you in your home, okay?
You can find more at onedetroitpbs.org or subscribe to our social media channels and sign up for our One Detroit newsletter.